Hey guys, I'm Morthadon, and we are back for Boruto episode 201. So, last time we had Kawaki getting a prosthetic for his arm that was injured in the battle from Delta. We had Delta being alive. She went and just plugged into another body through the drone. So, I'm interested in how all that works. Naruto is infusing chakra into Kawaki's arm constantly, so that way, unless he's sleeping, so that way Kawaki can use it until they get one that works off Kawaki's chakra. And then we also have Kawaki training to use chakra and everything in the ways of a shinobi and all that, which was pretty cool. And then um they briefly mentioned like Boruto being Momoshiki's own vessel, kind of like how Kawaki is a vessel for either Jigen or someone that Jigen knows that Jigen's like prepping this guy for. So it's a very that was a very interesting line that I talked a bit about in the discussion last episode. So a lot of things going on, guys, and I am excited to see where we go from here because like Jigen now knows all of this, right? It seemed like they might like make a move or something, maybe, but I'm just I don't know where we go, but I'm looking forward to seeing more training and stuff like that with Kawaki. So let's get started, shall we? All right, we're gonna start here in five, four, three, two, one, now. Ah, yes, I forgot about this. Naruto sleeping and Kurama coming out and stopping him from leaving. That would be so terrifying if you didn't know it existed. Take a sip of water while we watch the opening. Boo 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 boo. Oh, this poor boy. Just needs to be left alone to live a life. Become a ninja and hang out with Boruto for the rest of his life, and everything lives happily ever after, right? Do you guys think we're gonna have the obligatory one scene of Koji thinking something to himself very briefly and then cutting away and never seeing anything else? I know. He's just observing. There's nothing else for him to do. What strange times. Oh, okay. So he knows of them. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, he's learning all this shit. Kind of like you. Yeah. That did happen a few times. Nope. Did they? He just says the complete opposite of everything. He was ostracized by the village. Ah, oh, this is amazing, guys. Holy shit. They couldn't have made this be the 200th episode. Like having all this like info and flashback from the old series would have been kind of interesting as a 200th. But that's fine. That is a bit ironic. Oh man, this is so good. Holy shit. Yep. Because he knows. Yep. Oh my god. Pretty much every time he fights recklessly. When he's defending someone else. Yeah. Of course you can. Aw, damn. Oh. God damn, guys, that was great. Holy shit. Ah, the vase cries too. Oh, friggin' more training. Jesus Christ. Hmm. Destiny is bullshit. Oh, teach him how to walk up a tree. All right. Does he excel at it? Or. All right. How much time has passed? He just wants to make shadow clones. I remember how much he struggled to walk up a tree. Hmm. Trying to think about why it like panned over to the like seventh Hokage cloak and everything afterward. After he said that, and Boruto said like it was easy for me, and huh. I feel like there's some kind of symbolism there that I'm just not picking up on. Hmm. Hmm. Interesting. Nice. Huh, interesting. Yes. So no, he's gone again. Oh, this circular training. They all want to get stronger because they all see each other getting stronger. What? I have to fix that vase. He's gonna finish the vase, doesn't he? This just sounds so creepy. He's like, I have to go do things by myself. And Naruto's like, aw, that reaction. Naruto's like, don't worry, I'll be watching. Sorry. Oh. Hmm. All right. Oh. Yes. Someday. Oh. Brother. Oh, shit. God damn it. They're building us up to a terrible disillusion, I feel like, of this friendship that they have forming. It's like things are just too happy right now. Sarada? Practicing for Chidori? Oh. What? What is this? What was that? Well, he's got all more years on you. Okay. I'm curious bit of intel. Coordinates. Interesting. Interesting. Shit. Oh, Sasuke, please be okay. Oh, shit. Oh boy. Sasuke. I know you're strong, bud, but... Okay, that's all we're seeing from that, I guess. What is this? Where are we now? Boro? And his cult? Your belief isn't enough. What? What is going on here? You must want it harder. Interesting. Interesting. Alright. So maybe it's not just about the Infinite Tsukuyomi no Mi or whatever, but maybe it's more about being ruled by the Otutsuki. Huh. Interesting. That was a good episode. Holy shit. That kind of revitalized me because the last show I just watched, the episode wasn't to my liking, so I was in a bit of a foul mood at the start of this. Not foul, I shouldn't say that. I didn't hate it that bad, but seeing this episode was just incredible. Holy shit. All right. That is it, guys, for episode 201. Damn. Yeah, that was an amazing episode. So, that whole conversation between Kurama and Kawaki was just so good. The conversation between Boruto and Kawaki was so good. Like, so much this episode was just so much fun to watch. And, like, obviously, we had the hard stuff, but to just start from the beginning, basically, it's always hard for a character to say that they've struggled. Like, Naruto has hinted it to Kawaki that he hasn't had, the most cheery, awesome upbringing and everything. But whenever you hear it from someone, you tend not to believe it as much as when you hear it from someone else. And that was amazing, having Kurama be the one that watches Kawaki while Naruto sleeps and everything, and have Kawaki about to walk out and Kurama stop him and everything, which makes sense um that Naruto would set something like this in motion while he sleeps, to because he's supposed to be watching him at all times. So how do you do that while you're asleep? Makes perfect sense. Use the entity that's within you. But just the idea that they have this conversation, and it goes from, like, Kawaki being like, oh, he had this weapon inside him, and all this stuff that just I love how Kawaki just it's something that people who go through trauma often do, is they think they're the only ones that are suffering, and they see other people's lives, and they think that the way it is now is how it's always been. So Naruto being the Hokage and having a family and all this stuff is, he doesn't know about the struggle that he went through, so he thinks that he's the only one that has gone through this. And so he makes all these assumptions, and Kurama just takes those assumptions and just lets him know that it's like complete opposite. Like, no, I wasn't a weapon for Naruto to utilize. Actually, most of his childhood I spent trying to, hold him back and taking advantage of his anger to hurt his friends, and or to, you know, make my, fuck. Trying to think of like how he worded it, but basically he tried to break out of Naruto and use that rage, and made him hurt his friends, and went through unimaginable pain because of that and everything every time. So it was just really cool, and saying like, oh well, with that kind of power, the fact that they put that inside him, the villagers must have helped a lot then, right? And he's like, no, the villagers didn't. It was like every little thing just kept getting countered, and obviously it was built up that way, but it just felt like very natural for Kawaki to assume all of these things that made it seem like Naruto has had this privileged life, and then was just told the complete opposite of how much he had to like struggle and everything. And then Kawaki thinks back to the way that Naruto has said a few things, like the whole Shadow Clone conversation was really cool. And the thing that I like the most is the fact that this conversation leads Kawaki to finally, understand Naruto a bit better and the pain that he went through, but also he sees someone who has gone through similar trauma to himself and has come out the other side of it, as the leader of this village, as a father, as a husband, and it gives him this hope, and you just have this tear come from his eyes that, he probably didn't even realize at the time was happening. And it's giving him this hope that he can, pull himself out of this terrible life that he's had, and maybe make something of what's left of it, and have a better life. Unfortunately, I feel like with how much this episode has built up the idea that Kawaki could have a good life, I think there's gonna be a lot more pain to come, unfortunately, before he finds, his way to the other side of it. Um but yeah, at least he sees this possibility, and I think that might help him move forward and everything. And I love the tear and everything, and just what that whole conversation meant to Kawaki was just amazing. And we had more flashbacks to him training with Jigen, and then he actually revealed the name of Jigen for the first time to them, of the leader and everything. So that was pretty cool too. And I guess they had that name and the information that Konohamaru brought back and everything as well. So now they may be able to put a little bit more pieces together. But I'm really worried about Sasuke too, because they, in this data that they collected, they had this location that you can only get there using like a space time jutsu, which means that, as far as Kara knows, probably the only one that can use that jutsu is Sasuke, which leads me to believe that if this was set up as a trap, if they are luring Sasuke into a trap, it's because they know that wherever they're sending him, they want him there for a reason, whether it's to like defeat him, and get him out of the way so that way they can attack the Leaf or something without having Sasuke there, take out one of the strongest people in the Leaf, it would hurt the Leaf significantly. Um so that just really worries me, because if he's the only one that can go there, they know he's going to be going there, which means they're ready for him and they're confident that they can take him out. So I hope he's and they also built up the idea of, oh, when Sasuke's been training me, or Dad's been training me, is what Sarada was saying, and then Naruto being like, oh, when he returns, I want him to train me again too, and they're like, oh yeah, like reminding us that he's means something to both these characters, and then they show him walking possibly into a trap. I'm really worried. I really am. Like, I don't know if they'd kill him, but I could see him maybe being like taken and like defeated and captured, and stuff like that. I don't know. We'll have to see. I do wonder if we're ever gonna get to the point in this show where they start killing off the old generation, and it becomes kind of stepping stones for Boruto and Sarada and the others to grow and everything. But yeah. Oh man, this episode. But I also just, as I said, I love the Boruto bit as well, with him talking to Kawaki, being like, "Hey, you know, I want to train with you. I hope we can, keep going like this." And, they talked about how, becoming one with chakra has eased some of the pain and stuff like that Karma was leaving within Kawaki and everything, and talked about how, like, just Boruto saying he wants things to stay like this, and calling him brother and wanting to train with him and everything. And once again, that's just, even this whole episode was essentially build up to what I imagine is going to be tragedy, because you don't have an episode like this where everything just goes so positive to not have it go wrong. And maybe it will end up positive in the end. Maybe there could be a light at the end of this tunnel for Kawaki and stuff like this, but I feel like it's gonna go really downhill first, and we're gonna have to make it through that, but we'll see. And then at the very end, we had that bit with Boro talking to his followers, talking about the Infinite Tsukunomi again, saying they don't want it enough, and mentioning at the very tail end of it, like, you want to be led by the Otutsuki. So that really makes me wonder if it's not so much about the Infinite Tsukunomi as it is about being led by these powerful figures. I wonder what Boro's true motivation is, and like why he wants to be led by them. Like, what is it about them that leads him to this idea that he wants this? Like, is it because their culture seems like, we don't know a lot about the Otutsuki other than the fact that they're strong and they're from either a different reality or a different planet or something, but and they have this means of immortality essentially. So are they chasing the immortality? Are they assuming that these beings are so powerful and they're like almost like gods in a sense, where they, maybe their civilization is so advanced that they don't have to deal with the little things that, he was kind of talking about, where, these poor people are dealing with, like, lack of money, starvation, like not being able to live happily, maybe they've solved all of those little problems in their society and stuff like that. But I don't know. It makes me wonder what they know about the Otutsuki, because especially with the mark being, something that they strive for as well, with this vessel for Kawaki, and Boruto being left the mark by a by an Otutsuki and everything. It just, I wonder how all this connects, and how Kara knows so much about the Otutsuki and everything, and like what their, like, really what their goals are, because we obviously we know they want Kawaki as this vessel, but beyond that, what are their goals? Like, if we assume that it's as simple as like Jigen needs a new body because they've teased the ideas that he's sick, if we assume that that's it, right? But once he gets that new body, what does he want to do? Like, I want to learn more about Kara and more about their motivations, because really all it is that we know of is them wanting Kawaki, but we don't know why, and we don't know what that's gonna serve once they get it. And I like that I don't know. Yeah, so it's kind of exciting to think about, and how we can kind of move forward and learn so much more about these guys who we've already had in the show for what feels like quite a lot of episodes. Um, but yeah, I'm really excited, and I'm glad that they can still, after, I mean, what, like, when did I start taking notes? And we already knew all the characters. I started taking notes at 188, which means that, I mean, I guess, God, no, there's no way I'm gonna remember. I can't remember when, like, Kara was first introduced as a plot point, but either way, it's been with us for quite a few episodes. There's still so much we need to learn and everything, and that's always exciting that they can keep these episodes being so good and yet have so much mystery as well. So, but yeah, guys, I'm super excited to see more. This episode was amazing, but it just has me insanely worried, because everything was building up to, like, where things, I think, within the next few episodes might start getting bad, So we'll see. Or it might be a little longer than that. I don't know. But anyway, that's gonna be it from me. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed. Check out my Patreon if you want to see more from me. You can see a couple episodes ahead as usual through my early access tier. Check all that out. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you in my future reactions. Bye bye.